how should you choose the agent that is going to take over your business? Coming up on this episode of Real Estate Retirement Solutions. This is Danny Gould with the Selling Silicon Valley Group, your real estate retirement solution here with another video. A question that I often get actually from agents who are looking to start their transition outside of Silicon Valley, obviously, is how do I choose an agent to take over my business? And what I'm going to provide to you is a couple of possibilities, a couple of criteria to help aid you and guide you in your decision making. Now, obviously, over the last 3 years, me and my team have sought out to create an infrastructure and a system by which agents can effectively transition into retirement, especially here in Silicon Valley, because that's where my team is based out of. But now that I've built this brand up, and now that I've built this up, I've gotten inquiries from agents all around the US asking me, how do I choose an agent to help adopt or to actually take over my business? And admittedly, even here in Silicon Valley, there are several agents, or many agents, who would not be the right fit for us, right? Like we would not mesh together for whatever reason. And so there are plenty of ways that I could still help them create an effective transition out of real estate by providing you some basic criteria to actually kind of just go over and basically make sure that you are not overlooking any criteria that you should be when looking for a potential candidate to help you transition into retirement. So what I went ahead and put together are 6 things to consider when choosing that agent that's going to help you transition into retirement. The first criteria is that they must have a process and systems to effectively take over your business, and or they should understand your process, right? So anyone that takes over your business, they shouldn't be flying by the seat of their pants, right? They should have systems and infrastructure in place. They should, at the very least, have an administrative assistant of their own to help them with, take care of all the administrative side of things, if not a marketing team, and a sales team behind them. But at the very least, they should have systems and an infrastructure in place to help ensure that they can take care of not just their business, but also your business. I mean, think about it. Overnight, they are doubling their responsibilities, right? If they're a solo operation, or if they're a team, they're adding to the responsibilities because you're in essence becoming a new member of their team, but without you actually doing any of the work. They need to have a way to take care of your business. Now, that is one strategy. The other strategy is the apprentice strategy. In essence, you are taking someone under your wing and you're gonna say, hey, so-and-so, you're gonna learn my business inside and out, and then I'm gonna give it to you, right? That's another possibility. Newer agents, like brand new agents, they are perfect for that, or relatively new agents, someone that's you see a lot of potential in, they've been in it maybe 6 to 12 months, they don't have a lot of business of their own. You say, hey, so-and-so, come join me for the next 3 to 5 years, and I will teach you my business and you will eventually take over, right? That is another possibility. It takes a lot more hand-holding. And for those that are closer or nearer to wanting to be totally done, that might not be the right approach, but could be a good approach for someone that's maybe 5 to 7 years out from retirement. So that would be number one. Someone that has a process, or you teach them your own process. Number 2, they should be a good marketer or have a good marketing team behind them. So much of real estate is staying up with the trends and delivering value to the marketplace via marketing in a way that the current marketplace will receive it. We're in 2021 now, right? When I'm shooting this video, 2021. There are so many different platforms, so many different ways to effectively market to your database. How many of those things are you doing? That's the number one question you should be asking yourself. And can you be doing more? Now, if you can be doing more, do you want to be doing more? Or do you just want to delegate it to someone and help them transition you into retirement while you, transition and are able to basically delegate those processes? So whoever you take on They should be either a great marketer themselves, understand the trends, understand how to get in front of people, and or have a team behind them that understands that and effectively markets to to the marketplace in the 2021 method. They got to have a marketing strategy. They need to know how to layer all of these different approaches so that your database doesn't forget who you are and starts to learn who they are. Two very important things. They need to understand who you are, they need to understand who the agent is, and they need to remember who you are. Number 3, we want to make sure that whoever's taking over your database is a good salesperson or they have a good sales team behind them. This is one that's very often overlooked. In a lot of ways, this is the second most important one. They got to be a good salesperson, because if they know everything else, they're a great marketer, they have processes, but then when they get in front of the client, they choke. How are you going to trust that person to continue to close business with your database? So many agents undervalue the value of being a good salesperson, especially when it comes to finding an adopting agent. Right now, how much salesmanship is actually involved in selling to those who already know you, like you, trust you? Not as much as it would take to close a cold lead, but still, there is salesmanship involved. They still need to understand how to manage clients, how to handle them, how to handle objections. Those things come up regardless of whether or not people like you or trust you, because they might like or trust you, but that person that's taking over your business needs to be a good enough salesperson to help them transition into being that person that your database likes and trusts. So much of liking and trusting someone is being a good salesperson, to have their database know and understand who that person is, and being able to effectively manage and handle objections, right? So much of building that trust between your database and that adopting agent is going to be in the way that that adopting agent handles those clients, handles their objections, handles their fears, handles their concerns. Salesperson is not maybe the word that a lot of people would use, but they need to be good at managing the clients and, in my words, being a good salesperson. The fourth thing to consider when choosing your adopting agent, someone to take over your business, is to ensure that they align with your business practices. Something that you might not consider, but things that you should consider. Number 1, do you speak any other languages? And does a segment of your database speak a different language? Especially here in Silicon Valley, we are a melting pot of people, right? So that is definitely one consideration. And I've had agents who speak a variety of different languages that have come to me, actually. I've had agents one agent who, her entire database was comprised of French speakers, right? Well, no one on my team has French speakers. So I found her someone that I was like, hey, you should talk to this person, because they actually speak French, and they might be a good fit for you, right? So something to consider. Do you have another language? Another thing to consider. Are you teaming up with someone that charges the same amount of commission that you do? I know it's something that we don't want to talk about, but it's something that absolutely should be talked about and discussed. Are you a discount agent that's giving your business to a full service, full commission agent, or vice versa? Are you a full service Rolls-Royce agent that's servicing at a very, very high level? Are you giving it to a team or a team leader or regular agent or a salesperson that discounts heavily or that doesn't know how to fight for their commission? Those are considerations that absolutely need to be made before you give that book of business. And that does couple, that commission question also couples with, is that person a good salesperson or not, right? Because if they can't fight for their commission, they're not a good salesperson. Are they really going to be a good fit for you? The answer is no, by the way, in case you're wondering. And by the way, if you're a discount broker and you find someone that charges more, that might not be a bad thing, because if they charge more, their skill set's higher than yours, right? They have a higher set of skills than you do, so they might be able to convert some of that database into higher paying clients. But at the same time, you've built the foundation for a discount commission business. So that's something to consider. You might not be able to give it to someone that performs at this level, because they're not willing to take on a book of business that's only going to pay them half what they're accustomed to getting, right? So something to consider. I know we don't want to talk about that one, but it's true, right? It's true. let's move on to number 5, which is not just aligning with business practices, but does this adopting agent, does this adopting team align with your core values? Tribe. Know your tribe, be one with your tribe. That's something that, Tom Ferry talks about, which I think it's kind of like fluffy, but it's true. You want to make sure that people understand your core value, that the adopting agent understands your core value, and that you understand their core value, right? And whether or not you align on those things. Core values, I think, really go hand in hand with aligning with business practices. If your businesses are in alignment, generally your core values will be in alignment. But especially right now in today's political climate, are they posting things on their social media that's going to upset part or a good portion of your database, right? That's why we want to make sure that, that's why I am so agnostic on all platforms, because you don't want to piss anybody off, right? And if you're a good agent, chances are you're not posting a lot of things that piss people off, right? So does your adopting agent also share those core values? Are they also in alignment with that? Things to consider. Definitely something to consider. And lastly, and this is the most important consideration when looking for an adopting agent, and that is, does your adopting agent have empathy? Do they have the ability to look at a situation objectively and really think not just with their head, but with their heart? Something that I tell all of my agents when I interview them. I have a multi-step process for interviewing and hiring new agents that join my team. And the one thing that I look for in a lot of my questions is how they respond and whether or not they have a heart. And whenever I hire someone on the team, if I feel like they are non-empathetic, or if they just are in it for the money, or they don't really have the right intentions, I do not hire that person. I don't care how skilled or talented they are or how much money I think that they can bring into the organization. If I think that they are not a good person, I'm not going to hire them. If I don't think that they're going to have the empathy required to be a good salesperson in 2021, I'm not going to hire them. When I tell them at the end of the hiring process is, hey, so-and-so, I'm really excited to bring you onto this team, and I got to share with you the reason that I decided to hire you. The reality is that I think that you're a smart person. I believe that you have all the tools that you need to succeed. The truth is, though, is that I can teach you all of the other stuff, right? I can teach you the skills. I can give you the tools. I can give you all of the foundational things that you require, that you're going to need in order to succeed in this business. But the one thing that is a part of your foundation that I can't teach you is how to have a heart, is how to have empathy. That is the one thing that I've learned in this business. You can teach people a lot of things. You cannot teach them how to have a heart. And so if you are a retiring agent and you're looking for that adopting agent, you got to make sure that who you're giving your business to at the end of the day is not going to do anything that is outside of the best interest of the clients that you've given them. All right. Sometimes being a good agent means telling people that they don't need your service, or that's not right now's not the right time to buy, now's not the right time to sell. These are all things that an empathetic agent will very naturally do, but someone that's just in it for the money isn't going to do. So make sure that who you're giving your business to has that empathy. Anyways, that's all for this video, everyone. Again, if you are an agent that is nearing retirement, you're looking for solutions to help you, an agent to help you, or a team to help you, go ahead and text the word retirement to the number down below. Text the word retirement to the number down below, and my team will reach out to you. I will reach out to you and help you understand, so that I can understand basically what your situation is. See if my team can help you, or someone in our network can help you. And if you are an agent that is looking to take on more business, right, that's looking to help agents transition into retirement, you can text the word adopting agent to the number down below, and I will reach out to you and help you with that, provide you materials, etc. So anyways, guys, this is Danny Gould with Real Estate Retirement Solutions, and I will catch all of you in the next episode.